You must feel that you know Richard Burton intimately, but indeed you were only 21 when he died. How long have you been living with his life?
Probably about 4 years. I think it was 4 years ago that the university asked me to take on the task of editing the diaries, and at that point then I worked my way through all of the biographies that were in print. I watched all the films I could watch and listened to the various CDs and LPs that exist of Richard reading poetry. And then I read through the diaries, I read through the correspondence files that we have in the archive in Swansea, and also consulted all the different interviews that exist of him on television, online and so on, and the various tapes that he kept. And having done that, then it was a question of starting to do the editing. And I was enormously aided in that by the archive staff, and particularly Dr. Katrina Legg, who made a full facsimile, really, of the diaries, complete with information as to tears in the pages and the colour of the typewriter ribbon, or whatever it was. And that enabled me then to work really largely with an electronic facsimile, obviously going back to the originals to do checking and so on. But then realising what one needed to do to edit it, what one needed to do to make Richard's words understandable, comprehensible for a modern audience. So identifying all the different people that are in the diaries, all the different places, the events, and then what struck me more and more as I became familiar with the diaries was that a lot of the prose, of course, wasn't necessarily Richard's own. A lot of the prose was taking lines from Shakespeare or Dylan Thomas or T.S. Eliot or Gerard Manley Hopkins, whatever it was, and he had an enormous breadth of reading and reference, literary reference. And he would weave these quotations or paraphrases or just fragments into his own writing. And that has been an enormous education for me, I suppose, as a historian, getting to grips with all these different works of literature. It's also a never-ending process. I've already identified 3 passages, 3 lines in the book since it's been published that I now know where those lines came from, and I'm sure there'll be many more. But yeah, it was one had to be quite systematic about it, and I suppose disciplined, and have a system really, working a system to make sure that you didn't miss too much out.
You cover a great span of time, and indeed there's a great deal of information in the diaries, but I believe you cast aside quite a lot as well. How did you make your selection?
Well, the publishers wanted to be able to produce a book that would sell at an attractive price, and so they said, well, we need it to be about 600 pages long. In fact, it's nearly 700 pages. But you'll need to lose some of the original diary material, about 25%. Now, that material will be available. It'll be available online sometime next year, so it's not being hidden from view. But in terms of the readability and the portability and so on of the book, then I needed to lose many thousands of words. Now, I suppose there were really 2 things that I looked for. First of all, eliminating repetition. So if Richard wrote a lot about the kind of food he was eating and the wine he was drinking in 1966 and 67, and if he carried on doing that in 68 and 69, I felt, well, we've got the picture, we can sort of relegate that to the online version. That doesn't have to be in the print volume. And then there were also passages which were somewhat tedious, I think. For instance, in 1971, he spends a lot of that year in Yugoslavia making a rather obscure film, The Battle of Sečeska. Don't rush out and buy it. In which he played Marshal Tito. And there's some very interesting passages in that because he meets Tito. He and Elizabeth are guests at Tito. And lots of interesting things he says about Yugoslavian communism and the society and the character of the Yugoslavs and so on. But equally, the making of the film took a very long time. He got very fed up with it. He moans and moans and moans about the director and the producer and various other Yugoslav people involved in the film. And after a while I thought, okay, we've got the picture here as well. We don't need to have that week after week, month after month. So there was a kind of tightening up, I suppose, of the diary material in part.
There's a great deal of passion throughout, from his childhood where he's talking very passionately about sport or going to church or family, through into later years, his relationship with Elizabeth especially. Did you pick up on that, Robert? The passion in the person?
Oh, yeah, yes, absolutely. I mean, he was an extremely passionate creature, wasn't he? From start to finish. But there are so many other things about it. I mean, I take that for granted because I saw it happen all the time. One thing makes me sad is that a lot of the time that we were together and had extraordinary experiences both at Oxford and in the Air Force together, he doesn't write about at all, does he?
Well, there are no diaries surviving at least for those years. No, that's a tremendous shame really, because I think particularly the early 1950s when he makes his great mark as a Shakespearean actor, it would be wonderful to have his responses to that, his reflections on that. Whether he kept diaries at that time or not is not clear, and certainly we don't have any of those years. So equally, I imagine there would be great public interest in any diary that he might have kept while making the film Cleopatra. But I don't think one exists.
Can I pop in two tiny quotes?
Absolutely.
One is, I mean, he says time and time again in the diaries how acting bores him and how it makes him angry. And really, I think he felt that it was just as Laurence Olivier wrote later in his life, that acting is not really a pastime for a grown man. You know, even I occasionally feel that. But perhaps I'm not a grown man. But here's a tiny bit. Really, he's saying there's a film which he might do, and I don't really want to do it. Now that is very perverse, he says. I shall wait on the events. I wouldn't object to having the whole year off. I could write a book, or dream a lot, or get fit, or fat. He says, and this other little bit is a lovely piece of observation, I think, and how he enjoyed people and their interaction. Somebody told him a story about the American ambassador to Paris, Shriver, was shooting, and I'm quoting now, with the general on his estates with other ambassadors when he, Shriver, a self-confessed poor shot, brought down a bird. It landed with a thud 2 feet from the general, and the general said, wait for it, splendid. Now the odd thing is that both Thompson, fairly hard-boiled and very cynical about other public figures, and Shriver, who presumably has met a great many kings and councillors of the earth, should consider this nothing story indicative of the courage, sagacity and wit of de Gaulle. The impact of this old fraud's personality must be enormous for that one word to receive the awed report of the head of Life magazine in Europe and the American ambassador. I'd kick him in the arse if I could.
There's a great deal of passion, a great deal of humour, and presented in a very sort of straightforward fashion. There's no pomposity in these diaries, is there, Chris?
Well, no, I think I was struck by how down-to-earth Richard is most of the time. I think sometimes, yes, he is a bit self-important, but perhaps with good reason. But a lot of the time he just seems like a fairly ordinary bloke writing about the extraordinary world that he inhabits and the tremendous cast of characters that pass through his life. But he had many of the same concerns that I guess anyone would have. He was very fond, of course, of his children, and by that he would include Elizabeth's children as well. He was worried about the future. He was worried about money, surprisingly enough. He was concerned over his own fitness. Some of the diaries, he's noting his weight down on a daily basis and monitoring his intake of toffees and things like that. So a lot of it is quite prosaic in a way, and yet it's very human. He wasn't the movie star. He wasn't the great romancer, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A lot of the time he was like you and I. And he was interested in finding out which rugby international Wales had won recently. and just following the world in that way.
I think it's that for me, it was that ordinariness actually that was the biggest revelation and the most special thing about these diaries. You present an autobiography, a biography of a real person to us, the person that Robert and Rhiannon can recognise. Rhiannon, you have something which I think is going to surprise you, Robert, here.
You mentioned just a moment ago that you didn't keep a diary when you was in the RAF. Right.
I don't know.
Richard came to our house in Tymbach, Port Talbot, at the age of 2. And so that's what I know about his childhood years. But when he went to the RAF, and when he went to Oxford, he started to write to us in Craddock Street, perhaps every 2 or 3 weeks. So during the 2 years he did his national service, we knew what was going on. And I have found this letter. Well, I've had this for some time, it has not been lost. But as Tim was going to be here, I thought I'd read it. And I better mention, and it's very fun, I think the letter's very funny. Don't forget, I got a postcard or a letter every 2 or 3 weeks. I was the family scribe. So he'd address the letters to me, or sometimes to my father too. And still correcting my grandma and spelling. And this is a letter from Winnipeg, Manitoba, and it's dated the 9th of August, 1945. I better explain that Aunt Sally, he mentions in the letter, some of the people in the wealthy suburbs of Manitoba opened up their houses to the cadet officers in the RAF, and Rich was one of those. And he was taken in by a family, I don't know the family's name, but the lady of the house was called Sally. Now he must have told Sally that things were very short in this country, because I kept getting parcels of sweets and chocolates from Aunt Sally, and I would reply, and so she kept on sending me presents. Right, Rhiannon, he calls me Rhiannon sometimes, not Rhiannon, and he mentions Tim, and that is Tim Hardy, Tim to his special friend. Will Gwicht, he mentions. Now Gwicht is wild, and Will was his brother, and Will was Gwicht. And Di Flatfoot is David, who was a policeman. He's another brother, tall, dark, handsome, and he was just lovely. Mum James, he mentions, which is my grandmother, or my father's mother, and Elved is my father, and I'm mentioning a man called Mr. Cove, who was the Member of Parliament for Port Talbot at the time. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned his name, but I have now. Here goes. Dear all, and he's addressed it to Miss Rhiannon James, Craddock Street, Tymbach. I'm in Winnipeg again. Oh, by the way, at school I was very excited because I was learning shorthand, and I found this so exciting. So I used to write squiggles to him and say, "You can't help me with this, can you?" And I really enjoyed that. I'm in Winnipeg again on a 48-hour pass. I have just seen Aunt Sally, who says that she had a big thrill from Rhiannon's letter. She says that it is so lovely, she's going to send you some more stuff. Clothes this time, socks and things. I'm desperately trying to remember your size. Well, I'm halfway through the course. Only 10 more weeks, and I shall have passed or failed. Either is equally acceptable, as long as I can get back to England. I'm wasting my time here. By the way, Rhiannon, if you're going to be a business secretary, you had better learn how to spell one word which you continually misspell. And you know, there'd always be a criticism. I can hardly blame you, because I spell it wrongly myself. When I'm not thinking, the word is received. Remember the rule, I before E, if sent after C. Now every business letter you will write will contain the immortal words, "We have received your letter of the 5th inst." So beware. Otherwise, I thought the letter to Aunt Sally was very fine indeed. And I've been struggling to teach her to say, "Du ach bendithio chwio," which translated means, "God bless you all." You should hear the subhuman rumble and spit that she makes when she says "chwi." Nothing but saliva for miles. By the way you spelled received in your letter was R-E-C-I-E-V-E-D. I got it, Rich, I got it. Aunt Sally, who is not a very great academician herself, did not notice the mistake. And I didn't point it out to her. She thinks you're clever. Poor thing. I've at last received a letter from Tim Hardy, the Lord-to-be. He is training to be a pilot in Texas. He hates it as much as I do. So the aristocracy and the labouring masses are agreed for once. I had a letter from our gentle brother, Will Gwynn, who is now in Belfast. I didn't realise how clever he is. He writes very well. I also had a letter from my favourite brother, isn't it, Ivor? Mr. Burton. By the way, he called Mr. Burton when he went to school, when he's in senior school, it was Mr. Burton. He still called Mr. Burton when he was about 24 or 25. We all called him Mr. Burton, Mr. Philip Burton, that is. Mr. Burton wrote to tell me of his final packing up at number 6 Connaught Street. He was a little sad at leaving. If you ever see strong and silent Di, I mean our Di, Flatfoot, will you tell him that, fantastic as it may seem, he owes me a letter. I received another long letter from Mount James in Welsh. I shall try and write back shortly. My grandmother used to write in Welsh and say, do reply in Welsh only, and talk to yourself in Welsh if you can't find anyone else to talk to. Give my love to Elvet, my father. When is he going to write his one contribution to the literature of modern times? Where in effort is the little epistle he promised me? I suppose he's been too busy getting a drip like a cove into Parliament. Much better he went himself. Yours ever, Richie.